Yes, good morning, guys. It is game day. It is Sunday, February the 1st. Pinch punch, first of the month. And tomorrow, the transfer window shuts. We are literally about 35 hours away from the window shutting. I apologise for my voice. I have literally just got up. What a lazy ass. Set my alarm for 7:30. Ended up crawling out of bed about 10 past 8. Like, oh my God. It is what it is, guys. It's game day. Spurs, Man City in the Premier League, and a massive, massive 3 points needed, but a host of injuries and new injuries yesterday evening. Apparently, we could be without a lot of players today. The latest news is that Odegaard is out of the game today, that Danzo is out of the game today. Obviously, Mickey van der Ven as well. And Jed Spence will miss the game too. How true it is, I don't know. But if that's the case, we really are down to the bare bones for a game that we really need to pick up some points in. It just goes to show, doesn't it, how much we need still in the transfer market. Are we the luckiest club in the Premier League with injuries, the unluckiest club in the Premier League with injuries currently? It feels that way, doesn't it? It feels that way. We could field a really good 11 with the players we currently have out. Um, yeah, you look at the players we have out. Porro and Spence, two fullbacks, Van der Ven and Danzo. And then you're looking in your midfield and you're seeing a Bentancur, you're seeing a Bergval, you're seeing Odegaard out wide, Kudus. And then, of course, Richarlison in those forward areas. We've got a host of injuries, and that's not even including Madison and Kulu. It's a scary time as a Spurs fan for injuries. We've changed medical staff like 3 or 4 times. It's still not working. It's still not working. I think maybe we have some sort of curse against us at the moment. Tottenham are going to have to look into it because we can't afford to get these injuries year in, year out, and it's happening a lot. Is it because we've just not got a strong enough squad and we're having to play a lot of these players, even though they are in the red zone, as they say? I'm not sure, but today's game against City is massive for Tottenham. We need 3 points. And we were just lucky that West Ham didn't hold on to that 2-0 lead at half time. I saw the score at half time and I'm like, oh wow, we're in a bit of trouble here. Luckily, Chelsea did us a favour and come back to win the game. But I tell you what, West Ham are looking quite decent at the moment. If they pick up a win, I think they got Burnley next game. If they were to win that and we lose today, which is highly likely with the squad we currently have. Um, I was confident last night going into the game. I thought, why not? Why can't we beat City? We beat City a lot. And then I've heard about the latest injuries. Again, I'm not sure whether it's true. We may well see Spence, Odegaard, and Danzo all line up for Spurs today. But if the rumours are true and they're out too, as well as Van der Ven, who we kind of knew would be out, then it's going to be a long 90 minutes. And I'm not sure it's going to be a fun 90 minutes to watch, but we will see. And of course, transfer window shuts in 35 hours around that time. 35 hours to bring some players in, Tottenham. Tick, frickin' tock. Get your asses in gear. You've had the whole of January to sort your crap out and to give us fans something. And as usual, you have done nothing. We wait with bated breath. Are we going to get anyone in? Rumours coming out that Akalushe could be the man, could be the one that Spurs are going to go for. He was left on the bench last night for Monaco, did come on, played 45 minutes, scored. But is that his last 45 minutes for Monaco? We will see. It's going to be, and I want to say it's going to be an interesting last 35 hours. I've got a feeling it's going to be a pretty boring 35 hours left at Tottenham. Let's see who we're linked with today. Could be nobody, could be somebody. Is tomorrow going to be a busy day? I'm not quite sure, but we will see. Let's say good morning to the chat. I've had enough of myself waffling. Jimmy is in saying, "Big up, Nige. Good morning. It's game day." It absolutely is, mate. And I'm not confident today now. Guys, let me know in the chat how you're feeling about today's game. Are you confident Spurs can get something right now? I will snap your hand off for a point. Take that all day long. Um, Takes us another point closer to guaranteed safety, doesn't it? Scott Colliver's in, says, "Hello, Nigel and chat. There might be one disappointing signing." Oh, I think we're getting to the point now. If these injuries are true, we could be like literally desperate. It wouldn't surprise me now if we brought in a Sterling, if we brought in another free transfer or another a loan in that's not moving any needle at all. Um, it's just bodies, isn't it now, that Tottenham need? Barbaric says, "Good morning, Nige. You legendary young whippersnapper. I wish I was young and legendary, but I will take it, mate. Thank you. More injuries and still no signings. Absolute joke of a club. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely bang on. We are the laughing stock of the Premier League. But we still have 35 days, 35 hours, right? I wish we did have 35 days. We still have 35 hours to bring some players in. And I'm not talking one. I don't think one's enough now. I think we need two or three. I don't think we're bringing three, maybe two. Um, it's just weird, isn't it? We get all these injuries. We let Scarlett go out on loan. Something has to be happening in the background. And I'm going to be confident and be positive and say something's going to happen. Something big is going to happen. I'm being deluded. Something's going to happen at Tottenham over the next 24 hours. And we are going to bring maybe one or two names in and we'll be like, "Ooh, about bloody time." Barbaric also says, "Smash the likes and subs, people, and hit the notification bell so you know when this channel goes live." Absolutely. Smash all of them. Smash the likes. Hit the sub if you haven't. Just past 1400. I'm now on my way to 1500. So any help would be much appreciated. The likes are always important. Listen, you don't have to smash the notification bell. I know it can be quite annoying. I follow a lot of YouTube channels, and when it's constantly flashing up on your phone, you're just like, shut up. So I get it. But smash the like, hit the sub. Absolutely 100%. Marcus says, "Morning, Nige. Big up, mate. Big up to you, Marcus. I hope you are well, buddy." And Rain is in. Big up, Rain. Says, "Morning, Nige. Big up to you, buddy. I hope you're well. And you're going to the game today, walking out on 75 minutes. Be interesting to see what happens in the 75th minute. Hopefully enough people leave to make a difference. But it is very much going to be hit and miss, trying new things to see what works. And listen, if it does, it does. Fantastic. If it doesn't, change for Tottenham. Think of another plan to make Enoch take notice of what we're feeling as a fan base. Another failed upload says, "Morning all. Good morning to you, Corey. I hope you're well, buddy." And Jimmy says, "Sixth wealthiest club in the world, scratching around to put a team out. Totally unacceptable. Enoch, just sell up now." I've never known it so bad for injuries, and I just feel like we're absolute farce. I really do. I don't know what to say. I literally don't know what to say. We are farce. Bang on, Jimmy. It's unacceptable. But I just don't see Enoch selling up currently. Um, Obviously, you hear news and you put two and two together, come up with 800. The news that Levy maybe is selling his stake in the club makes me think, oh, maybe Enoch are getting all their ducks in order, all their ducks in a line, and maybe they're going to sell up. I don't think that's the case at all. I don't see him selling at the moment. Sadly, um, there's too much money to be made at Tottenham Hotspur. Collins in and Boradarnage, good morning to you, mate. I hope you're well. And then says, I've heard they're also all out also, Nige. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But Mark says Odebell was in the training video yesterday. Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know what's true and what's not. It could It could all be rubbish. We will find out today. Maybe they've got viruses. I don't know. It's just weird that three injuries today or yesterday, just doesn't seem like it to be true, right? But maybe it is. I don't know. We will see at 4:30 today or 3:30 today when the team news comes out. But big up to you, Mark. Stein says, "Where's the 150 million plus Johnson, plus the 40 odd million we've got from the Champions League run to date?" There was a lot of money coming into this club, a lot of money available to spend, and we're not spending any of it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Barbaric saying, "We'll bring nobody in, then get the lies. We tried, man. We tried, yeah, and then it'd be we have a massive 250 million pound war chest for the summer. We're going to spend big. Um, you know, we've got a plan in place, and then the summer will come, and exactly the same thing will happen." Mark says, "Come on, lads, it's City." It does feel a bit like that, doesn't it? City, no doubt, we are City's bogey team, and even with a scratch side, you could think maybe we could get something, but I think this one may be a little bit too much for us with the current injuries that we have. But we will see. Stein says draw. Again, I'd take that all day long. Right now, I would snap your hand off for a point. I've got a really blocked up nose. George says, "Morning, Nige. Is it wonder what a few signings have made a difference to West Ham? If only Enoch could do the same. It's going to be difficult, is all we get." Yeah, agreed. Whereas West Ham lost yesterday, those signings that they've made, though they're not world beaters, they have given the side the extra zest, that extra confidence, just woken them up a little bit. And I think that would be the same for Spurs. We desperately need players. I am still fingers crossed for Akaluche. I would love him in a Spurs shirt. Been wanting him all January. I'm still hopeful that we get him in over the next 35 hours, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Akaluche could be one of those ones that we try for and we just don't get over the line because it's just too late in the window and Monaco can't get a replacement. Though I have heard that they have got somebody in Monaco or they're about to sign somebody on loan. So that could be the make way for Akaluche to come in. We will see. Colin says, "If they sign anyone, Nige, they still got to settle in." Yeah, and that's another 6 games. Absolutely. I'm talking about Akaluche like he's going to come in and set the world alight straight away. Realistically, he's a 23-year-old from the French league who is very technical and very talented. But just like Xavi, who hasn't really settled yet, even still, it's going to take him a while to settle in. We need players that are going to come and hit the ground running and be fantastic. From the off, Rain says, "Can someone explain to me why we are sending 21-year-old Scarlett on loan when we have 16, 18-year-old players on the bench and now more injuries to first teamers?" I have no idea, mate. And this is why I'm deluded enough to think we must be bringing somebody in, right? We must be. We must have things happening in the background because, okay, Scarlett's not played a lot. He's not getting too many minutes, but he is coming off the bench now and again. And now we are left with, like you say, 16-year-old, 18-year-olds who have never played in the Premier League before. It just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It's so frustrating. Guys, 53 in the house. Really good start to the morning. Smash a like. Hit a subscribe if you haven't already. Really would appreciate it. Let's get over 1,400 subs. The Stoic says, "Another trip to the bargain basement to pick up an overpriced player and try to appease the frustrated fans. Really thought things might have changed this time. Silly me, mate. I am so with you." When Brennan Johnson was sold on the 1st of January, I thought, yes, this club are acting differently. We're selling the players we don't need, getting good money and good value for players that we don't rate anymore. And we're going to bring fresh faces in. We're going to build this club. We're going to be fine. And now a month later, the 1st of February, and we still haven't replaced Johnson. We've now got Kudus injured. We've literally got no right winger. And Spurs have done absolutely nothing apart from a Gallagher, which is a good signing, and a young Souza, who's, let's be fair, probably not going to get any minutes for Tottenham this season. We will see. But big up to you, Stoic. Chris is in. Big up, Chris. Says, I think we will get Strand Larson and Akaluche, but that's still underwhelming. Strand Larson. Yeah, I mean, Strand Larson was going to Palace, wasn't he? What's happened now? Is it fallen through? Um, Akaluche is the one I want. I'll be honest, he's the one I want. Um, and yeah, you're right. You know what? We would take Strand Larson now, wouldn't we? Because we are that desperate for players through the door. Let's see what happens over the next 35 hours. Rain says, I am indeed walking out on 75. Not expecting many to join us, but you have to start somewhere. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, mate. But isn't it a really sad state of affairs? Fans who pay good money for tickets feel that they have to leave um, to try to be heard. Kind of says it all. Disappointing. Let's hope we're either 4-0 up or 4-0 down. So you're not like going in an important part. You know, if it's 2-1 and really tight, it's not fair to you fans. But listen, you've got to make a stand, and let's hope many, many fans leave on the 75th minute as well. And it's noticeable. More than anything, it's noticeable. Andrew says, morning, Nige. I think that says morning or mong. Hey, I've been called worse. But good morning to you, mate. I hope you are well. And Kate says, good morning, Nige. Nige, good morning. Good morning to you, Kate. I hope you're well. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. If we are winning, walking out, I can't help the team. It can. And this is the thing, isn't it? This is what do we do as fans? We've got to make the owners know that we're not happy. But again, it can't help the fans if we leave early. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of them. Like I said earlier, I think change for Tottenham. We're going to have to try things, see what works, and we will see. Andrew says, "Morning, Nige. Hope you're well today, buddy. I'm good." And Kate says, Nige, any transfer news today? As far as I'm aware, I haven't seen anything from Spurs. I'm putting two and two together with the Akaluche deal just simply because I want him. And there's been a few people on Twitter who have just written Akaluche with like the wide eyes. So I'm like, ooh. And he was on the bench yesterday for Monaco, never gets left on the bench. So he started on the bench last night, come off the bench and scored. So I'm hoping that's his last appearance for Monaco, but we will see. Barbaric says exclusive. Liverpool in talks to sign Gertruda as a new defender. Why can't we act like a big club? Yeah, I mean Liverpool just do what they need, don't they? Right. But if Gertruda's coming in, that probably means Robertson could be on his way to Spurs, right? I think Gertruda is he a right back or left back? He's a fullback anyway. But yeah, Liverpool doing the business they need, right? They need players, they get them in. And Spurs, this is the frustrating thing. Spurs have proved they can do it because they did it with Gallagher, you know? Went for him, bish bash bosh, in the door, he's playing a couple of days later. Spurs can do it. They are choosing not to. And that's the most frustrating thing for me. This notion that deals cannot be done in January, absolute bullshit. It is a smokescreen of the highest order. Um, and we don't fall for it as fans. We're not stupid anymore. Marcus says, I'm not sure I'm going to watch the game today. Too much heartache. Listen, I feel your pain, Marcus. I really do, but it's just got to be done, isn't it? I'm not expecting anything. It's not like being a Spurs fan over the years and, massive game. You don't want to lose. You're nervous. I have no feelings currently towards Spurs in that sense. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. It doesn't really affect my life. Um, Obviously, I'd love to win, but with the squad currently as it is, and the club in such a mess, it just feels like, does it matter? Does it matter? We got bigger games coming up later on this season where we think, well, I hope we could get 3 points in and hopefully players back. to give us a chance. Binny Guy says, how do you do, Pure Coys? And guys, big up to you, Binny Guy. I hope you're well, mate. Yeah, we're all right, I think. We're all a little bit depressed about Tottenham currently, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Burke's Born and Bred says, morning, Nige, and all who's watching. I hate the way Enoch takes us fans as complete idiots while laughing and counting the money behind our backs. Yeah, but as fans, don't we just fall for it a little bit, don't we? Every time. Well, I do anyway. I always fall for it. They've said they're going to spend. There's 150 million now. Come on, let's do it. And we never do. Rain says, I'm sorry, but I think if we sign Akaluche, he will need some time to get up to speed with the Premier League at Spurs. Yeah, absolutely. Probably will, mate. I'm just, I've been a bit of an Akaluche fan for the season, really. I didn't know too much about him last season, I'll be the first to admit, but watching him against Spurs in the Champions League, I'm like, this is the kind of player that I'd like. He's silky, he's got a bit of bat and bit of swagger. But I agree. Listen, if he did come, it would probably take him a while to settle in. The Premier League isn't what it used to be. It's all pace, power, strength. And a lot of these maybe players a little bit more silky, a little bit foot, more footballers. You know what I mean? Maybe take a little bit more time to settle. Look at Xavi Simons, really technically good footballer, but struggling to get into the pace of the Premier League currently. Whereas he looks great in Europe, where he's a little bit slower. Premier League is just he's struggling a little bit. So I agree. Akaluche would take time. Um, I'd still love him. I still absolutely love him. Niall is in. Big up, mate. Says he may need time, but Akatike is a good example of some players that hit the ground running. However, Spurs aren't playing so well at the moment. I feel good. I feel good factor isn't now. No, I agree, and I think players like Akaluche would bring that feel good factor back. That's another reason why I want him. Ekatike is a little bit different, isn't he? He is. I mean, quite similar players, but Ekatike is a bit more power, a bit pace. Whereas I see his Akaluche as a little bit more of a silky footballer, like threading passes through and, taking players on. I think, Ekatike for me is a lot more powerful, a lot of pace to him. But yeah, both equally good players. Corey says, forget the 72nd minute. I would walk out in the 26 years of these bastards owning the club with no real interest in the club, only here to make their pockets deeper with our money. Yeah, all I'm saying, I'm guessing 26 minutes. You're not seeing much of the game, are you? But listen, it is what it is. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the whole day inside the stadium with change for Tottenham. Hopefully, it gets some credence, and we can see what's going on. So, it'd be nice if we're watching the game today on the TV. If the commentators are saying, "Oh, this is what's going on," you can see this happening. We will see. We will see. Rain says, "Short-term pain for long-term gain. It has to start somewhere." And absolutely right, it does. It has to start somewhere. Outside the stadium, maybe not working as good as it should. So we've got to try now inside the stadium, and hopefully it will work. It's not going to happen overnight. Listen, anyone expecting 30,000 fans to walk out isn't going to happen. But, it might start at 100, you know, and in weeks going forward, suddenly that 100 becomes 500, becomes 1,000. You know, we will see. We will see. Stoic says, I changed my ringtone to things can only get better during this window. Went back to Desperado yesterday, but on Tuesday it changes to won't get forward again. Yeah, it won't get forward again until the next window and more promises are made. It is what it is. Burke's Board and Bread says the problem is if we walk out after 75 minutes. Cookie says, morning, Nige, mate, and chat. Good morning to you, Cookie. I hope you're well. The 2 marks will be on straight after me. So get over to their channel, smash a like, hit a subscribe when you go over. Darren's in says, morning, Nige. I don't think the fans will walk out of the game today if it's close. And I don't think it's going to make Enoch sell up. They will only sell when they want to. kind of in agreement with the fact that they would only sell when they want to, right? It's it is what it is. I think, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that maybe over the next couple of years they may sell. But right now, they've already turned down 2 expressions of interest. So I don't think they're selling anytime soon. We've just got to hope that they start spending money. But even if the protests don't work and get an Enoch to sell, you know what? It's very much like before when it was very much Levy out. As long as we get the club to change, right? We get the club to change. Yes, I want Enoch gone. But if Enoch's staying, they start spending the money and really putting the money towards the team. I haven't got a problem. It's all about putting the team first for me. And even if the protests make Enoch realise, okay, we need to start putting this team first. Even if that happens, then I'm happy personally. I know there are still people that still will want Enoch out regardless. I just want Enoch. Ideally I want them gone, but if not, I want them to change, put the team forward, put the team first, and hopefully let's start becoming this massive club that we no doubtedly are. You know, we've got the best stadium in probably world football, great training facilities, everything structurally is there. We are ready to pop. We just need a board and an ownership that's going to help us do that. So let's see what happens. Barbaric is saying good morning to Cookie. Chris says we are going to have to play Dragishin if Danzo and Vidavia are out. Yeah, Dragishin will have to play. I'm guessing it will be Dragishin and Romero at the back. They may play a 3 at the back with Polinia playing as one centre back as well. So I mean, we're going in extremely weak, as in, it's a bit of a mismatch of a team today, but we will see what happens. I'm not expecting much. Eugene is in, says Spurs, don't involve yourself in a title race. Be like Manchester United, don't bend over, put up a fight. We will always put up a fight, always put up a fight. But we'll see if we're good enough today with the injuries that we have. I don't think anyone can be complaining if Man City give us a good hiding today, because I don't think anyone could say, oh, Spurs haven't tried. They've let Man City win. We have a lot of injuries and a lot of problems at Tottenham. And what can Frank do, right? What can Frank do? He's literally down to the bare bones. And it's nice that we've gone nearly half an hour into the stream and we've not even talked about Thomas Frank. I think there are bigger issues at the club currently than Thomas Frank. Regardless whether we want him in or out, really doesn't matter. We have massive issues and we need to address them. Enoch need to address them. We have players we need to bring in, probably players we need to leave as well. And we have waited right to the last minute to do anything. I don't think we're going to be doing much, but let's see. The Prez is in, says, big up, Nigel, Cook, my son, everyone in the chat this morning. Good morning to you, Prez. I hope you're well, mate. And Kate says, we are desperate for players. It's just neglect. The players are out there. Frank talks a lot of bollocks. Yeah, as I just said, you know what? I mean, Frank has got to toe the party line, right? I agree with you, Kate. It is neglect. It really is. And there are players out there 100%. What I will say for Frank is he can't come out and say, look, the board haven't backed me. I need players aboard not bringing them in. What are they doing? They're not doing their job. Because if he did that, he'd be out of a job this morning. He's got to toe the party line. And I kind of feel like he has called out the board a little bit by saying we are weaker now than what we were on January the 1st. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I think any manager that comes in has got to, of any job, right? You've got to kind of toe the party line until it gets too much. And let's see what Frank's breaking point is. At the moment, he's doing what he has to do to survive, I guess. The press says Spurs provide a good sense of comic relief, and it is better than watching some mothers do have them. Wow, what a show that was back in the day. What a show. It used to terrify me. I must admit, I was a little boy at the time. I used to cry when some mothers do have them came on because, yeah, that's me. There you go. Barbaric says, "Good morning to you, young sir. Schindler's List is the best movie of all time. Prove me wrong." No, no, no. The Wedding Singer is the best movie of all time. Easily. Marcus says, "Any news on Matters?" No, he's back on the grass, isn't he? He is back on the grass. It is a long road back, though. You know, seeing pictures of him on the grass, thinking, oh, he could be back. Matters is on his way back. But of course, Frank has come out and said, look, he is way off yet, way off being fit. But it's just nice to see him back on the grass. And I'll be looking forward to his next podcast when hopefully we'll be seeing a bit more of him on the grass doing things. And yeah, it is good to see him back, but it's a long way before he's back. So that's all I'd say on Matters. Adam's in said, "Morning, mate. Has anyone confirmed the injury rumours that were going around yesterday? No confirmation of any of it as of yet, mate. So we will see. We will see. I think it's going to be a wait and see kind of thing, isn't it? We will see at 3:30 today when the team news comes out, who's fit and who's not. Um, that's all we can do. It's going to be an interesting one." Steve Zen said, "Good morning, Nige. Hope you're well. I am really good, mate. I hope you are too. Looking forward to my coffee in about 40 minutes." And then we have Eugene saying, "Spurs, we've already had this." Well, we will put up a fight, mate. Don't worry. You don't need to put it in twice. It's all good, but you can smash that like, hit that subscribe button. You can do that twice if you want. All good. Rain says, "Agree. Get Agalucia now, but there just needs to be some expectation setting." Yes. Remember, all the fans said after a few weeks saying Xavi was a flop. Yeah, I agree. And this is the trouble, isn't it? We are going to be, whoever comes in, we're going to be expecting a lot of them. Kind of feel we're also expecting a lot of Solanke now, who's never been prolific. You know, he's had a couple of good seasons here and now, but he's never going to get you 20 goals a season every year. And suddenly we're expecting him to come in because he's pretty much our only fit striker apart from Moani. He doesn't want to be here, and we're expecting him to score goals. But I agree. We can't put too much pressure on Akaluche if we do get him in. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, Rain. Rob says, "Morning, mate. Good morning to you, Rob. Hope you're well." And I'm just going down some chat. The press says, "To be fair, I'm done with Spurs games after 5 minutes and asleep by the 10th, let alone the 26th. Eugene says, "How do you protest on a day you have a big match? Back your team." They absolutely will be backing the team. Back the team, not the regime. This is nothing on the team. Nothing on the team at all, Eugene. This is all to do with the owners of the club. Ghosted says, "Big up, Nige and chat. Big up to you, Ghosted. I hope you're well, mate." And Rob says, "We'll be walking out on the 75th. Just hope we're not losing badly, otherwise it won't make a difference." That's the thing, isn't it? I guess if we're losing heavily, there'll be a lot of fans leaving anyway. But let's see. I'm hoping to see lots of flags, lots of banners in the stadium. Hopefully you guys can bring them in. And we definitely need the TV need to be able to see some sort of protest towards the board, make the board step up and notice. Kate says, "Nice. Hope that people do walk out and if it's on TV, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Let's hope it gets noticed. If it does, we will see." Jimmy says, why not have a delayed walkout? That would be more noticeable, surely." Possibly, yeah. Like I say, I'm not expecting much from the walkout today. Just because there's a lot of fans. It's something I think is going to take time. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. I'm more interested to see what happens with the chanting, with the Enoch out chanting, with the flags, with the banners, see if we can see them on the TV. That's what I'm more interested in, more than the walkout. So I've got to be honest, I don't think there's going to be loads doing the walkout. It's not, I think we would need at least 3 or 4,000 maybe to walk out all in kind of one area to make it really noticeable. So we will see. And it's going to be interesting to see how full the stadium is anyway. Obviously, with ticket sales being down, I know they sold out, but I'm guessing some people still won't go. Corey says it's depressing to think I can't be asked to watch a Spurs match on TV anymore. Would rather watch Tiddlywinks World Championship. Yeah, you know what? I'm still at that point where I still love watching Spurs, even though we're currently pretty crap. Um, I still game day is brilliant, you know. Game day is still a great day as a Spurs fan. Ricky Villiers in saying bonjour, Nige. 7-0 Spurs today. Their goalie's crap. Get in. Get in. Who's scoring the goals, Ricky? I'm guessing it'd be Romero with a double hat trick, right? And yeah, maybe Solanke get a penalty. I'd take 7-0 though. Absolutely take 7-0, mate. 100%. Adam says, I will be walking out. Fair play to you, Adam. Fair play to you, mate. And Ollie Sinclair, big up Ollie, says, any transfer news as yet? Still waiting. I have a feeling it is going to be all happening tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day. Whether Spurs do anything or not is another question. But you don't tend to get too many links, do you, on a game day? So I don't think we're going to get too many links, but we will see. We will see. Definitely need some players in, guys. 80 in the house. Please smash a like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Just the one sub today. It'd be nice to get 3 or 4. So if you haven't subbed to the channel, please smash that sub button. Really would appreciate it. The pressers, Enoch, are property developers and have zero interest in football. Is another revenue stream. And this, yeah, and the Spurs Stadium is an NFL arena. Absolutely 100%, mate. I agree with you there. I really do. Just going down the chat to catch up. And Ghosted has sent a super sticker. Thank you so much, Ghosted. I really do appreciate you, mate. Ghosted has got onto the super sticker train. Might only be one carriage, but I appreciate the carriage. Thank you so much, Ghosted. Really appreciate you, mate. Yeah, lovely. The Stoic says walkouts won't work, just hurts the fans who do it. Far better not to turn up at a home game against a top team and let the Sky broadcast in Spurs Stadium full of empty seats. Embarrassing for the board. I mean, that would be the ideal, wouldn't it, Stoic? A bit like Lazio fans did. You know, you saw their stadium pretty much empty for their game. I think that's what would work, sadly. And I heard it on a stream last night. I think is absolutely right. As English people, British people, we don't tend to do that, do we? We're very polite in our protesting. So yeah, I don't see it, but I think that would be the one. Just not turn up. And if we could get even 20,000 not turn up, and there was only a gate of 40,000 instead of 62, that would be a big difference, and you'd notice it. But it is what it is. We will see. Claire says they will never change. Leopard never changes his spot. Good morning. Good morning to you, Claire. I hope you're well. And Rain says, yep, I'm the same, Nigel. I want change, but that doesn't mean Enoch have to leave the club. Although it's looking increasingly like Enoch 2.0 is as incompetent as Enoch 1.0. Yeah, I mean, it's more lies, isn't it? It's really frustrating because I really thought all the kids are in. They really want to put the club forward, put the club first. And listen, maybe they do. Maybe it does all take time. I'm clutching here, guys. Maybe it does all take time there. They're changing everything upstairs, and maybe they got to do that first before they put stuff, on the pitch. We will see. But all I know is I said I'd give him a couple of windows, right? This is the first window, and it's been pathetic. Um, so yeah, let's see. If they don't do anything else this window, then for me, terrible. But there is still 35 hours. Probably not even 35 hours, probably 34 now. But we will see. Eugene says, change must with you Spurs fans hating on Arsenal. Back your team against City today. This is not the day to protest. Every day is a day to protest. Anyone who thinks the protest is against a team are not reading the room. This is against the ownership. And it's never going to change the fans getting behind the team. We don't hate on Arsenal. I couldn't, as a fan, I couldn't give two F's about Arsenal. I don't care if they win the quadruple. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't change my life at all. All I care about is Tottenham Hotspur and what's going on at the club I love. And you know what? If we have to protest every single home game, then I'm sure we will do it. It's just a pity I'm not a season ticket holder and not up there, as I would be 100% standing on that front line, because I want change at Spurs. I want Spurs to act differently. It's time. We've been waiting long enough. And hopefully Enoch will realise this. JC said, Frank's pre-match interview just made me think I've seen this movie before and I don't like the ending. Yeah, we are a little bit like one of those movies, aren't we? We're like Die Hard. You know, you kind of know what's going to happen. By the fifth movie, you know he's going to be in a tall building and probably have to fight his way down. But at the end, he will kill everyone and be the hero. It's a bit like that watching Spurs and the Spurs managers, you know, they come in, but the opposite way around. They come in the hero, they end up leaving the villain. But it's Spurs. Rob says Enoch can't say we have no low funds, all revenue from ground, food, and beverage. They also own all the shops around Tottenham Court Road, rental income. Yeah, they are absolutely raking it in, and they need to do something about it. Will they? Probably not. Colin says Byfield, Mark and Semenyo, welcome to the Premier League, young man. Absolutely, I think he'd do a good job. I really do. I like Byfield. He looks decent. But wow, whoever's marking Semenyo today is going to have their work cut out. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. And yeah, Rain says, Eugene, when is the right day to protest? Exactly. The press saying, big up Eugene. Eugene, are you an Arsenal fan? I think there's a good chance he probably is. JC says Frank seems gullible as F. The poor bloke is being taken advantage of by Enoch. It does feel like he's been thrown out to the wolves, doesn't it? Just go out and say that. Just go out and say that. And but as I said earlier, he has to toe the party line. He cannot be seen to be fighting against the board because he won't last long. If that's the case. Let's see how long his elastic is before it snaps. Don't think it'll be a lot longer if we don't sign anyone. Tottenham till I die says, is Danzo injured now? Apparently that is the rumours. Danzo is injured as well as Spence and Odebell, all three of them allegedly out of the game today, but we will see. Carl's in says, morning, Nige and chat. Good morning to you, Carl. I hope you're well. And E says, who do you think we're getting, if anybody? Well, I think Robertson's going to come. I do think Robertson's going to come. I've been saying it since it fell through, allegedly. I think he comes on the last day. And I do think we get an Akalushe, and I think that will be the two that we bring in. It's not enough. Listen, there's not enough. I would love us to go out and sign a top quality striker as well. I don't think we're going to get the left winger we want now. I don't. I think Akalushe will come in to play off the right, can also play in the middle. And I'm sure he can play off the left as well. I can see Xavi playing off the left a little bit this for the rest of the season, and we will just mix and match what we have. But the two I think we bring in, I think will be Robertson, and I think it will be Akalushe. Guys, drop a comment and let me know if you think I'm wrong. Let me know if any other players you think that we might get, or have you heard any links that I haven't? I must admit, I've got up quite late this morning and I've had a quick look on Twitter. There's nothing really on there at the moment. The press says the fans can't control the outcome of the game. Absolutely. It is the 11 players on either side of the pitch. If Man City are good enough, they win. If not, they lose or draw. Absolutely. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. Oh, don't Barbaric. Barbaric saying Sterling. If we get Sterling, Wow. Wow. George says, I wonder what year it was fans were first told we have to be patient. 10 years ago, or was it longer than that? I can't remember. I can't remember. It was never like this, and I'm showing my age now. It's never like this in the 80s and 90s, though. You have to be patient. You just watch your team. You loved your football, and there's just for me ever since the Premier League come into the game, just too much money in the game now for me. It is not the sport that I once loved. Don't get me wrong, I still love football. I still love Spurs, but it's just doesn't feel the same. All this money takes a little bit of the passion out of it for me. Um, but it is what it is. Ghost is saying fans should enter their seats on the 25th minute to mark 25 years of Enoch. Yeah, another good idea. Now, maybe that might be one that's used next time. I don't know. We will see, I guess. Darren Rees says, as far as today's game, I think we will get something out of it. City won't show us any respect, and we will have a shock result. 2-1 to us is my prediction. I love that, mate. I love that. I would take that all day long. Listen, you could be right. I'd be surprised if City took us for granted. Um, but hey, they may turn up, see our injuries, and think, oh, we've got an easy win today, and just maybe not quite be on it. I don't see that. But why can't Spurs put up a shock? Why can't we? We still have players on that pitch that can win games, right? We still have the likes of Xavi Simons, a Solanke. I'm struggling now, guys. We have players that can do it. So we will see. What's going to happen with the long throw today? We have no Danzo, we have no Bergval. I'm guessing we won't be taking long throws. So that's one of our weapons gone. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Eureka Kaka, big up to you, says smash your granny. Out of the like button, peeps. Absolutely. Smash that like button. It is so important. Anything over 50 likes is a good day at the office. So would really appreciate it, guys. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, smash that sub button. Just the one sub today. So any help would be much appreciated. 2 subs today. Thank you so much to somebody who's just subbed to the channel. Really, really appreciate you. Alan is in. Alan Leslie says, morning all. Any news on a forward coming in, seeing that we've got let Scarlett go out on loan? No news as yet, mate. It's I don't really understand the Scarlett thing. To be honest. Don't get it. But he's gone. He's gone out on loan, and I'm hoping we bring someone in. We must have something happening, surely. But we will see. The press says, "Big up George. I just like the contradictory nature of the Spurs board. Call for patience from the fans whilst raising the prices." Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, absolutely. Simon Cohen's in says, "Morning, Nigel. Where is our signings?" I don't know, mate. It's depressing, isn't it? Being a Spurs fan currently, we are waiting and nothing is happening. And George said the prayers, I'd rather they didn't speak at all. Yeah, it is. Simon says, thank F West Ham lost. You know what? Part of me, this sounds bad. Part of me wanted West Ham to win yesterday. When they were 2-0 up at half time, I'm like, go on, boys. Go on, win. Puts pressure on us. I want to see how Spurs react to pressure. Um, I could have. I was thinking maybe, and again, desperation. I was thinking maybe West Ham win. It might make the board go out and buy some players. Of course, it doesn't work like that. But this is how I've got as a fan now. I'm so desperate for sign-ins. And Simon says 7 p.m. Monday meltdown coming. It's gonna be toxic, isn't it? If we lose today and we don't bring anyone in, 7 p.m. tomorrow, by 8 o'clock. YouTube is going to be mental. It's going to be crazy. I will not be going live. I will be watching it all with my popcorn. It's going to be fantastic viewing, but there is going to be, yes, a massive meltdown if Spurs don't get any players over the line. And if we lose today as well, just to add salt into the wounds. If we win today and we don't bring anyone in, I'm not sure whether there's going to be as much of a meltdown. There's still going to be a lot of disappointment, but I don't know. I think it all depends how we get on today. We will see. Burke's Born and Bred said the problem with walking out is that the owners already have our money from making purchases in the stadium. We need to boycott buying items. I won't be buying anything until Enoch has gone. I think, yeah, that's where we need to be, isn't it? That is where we need to be. It's a very good point, actually. I agree. But I guess it's just a question of change for Tottenham, of trying things, seeing what works, seeing what kind of response they get from the fans. The press says, I like it when Enoch and the board talk, George. A bone always flies out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And Ren says, I disagree. Walking out shows a deliberate protest where not turning up could be interpreted in other ways. Again, another good point. I'm loving these points that are coming across because you read them out and you're like, oh, actually, that's a really good point. Yeah, no, I agree. And again, as I said, it's just going to be testing the waters, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. We will see what happens. Stephen's in says, morning, Nige. Good morning to you, Stephen. I hope you are well. And then he says, let's all hope our form against City continues today. They hate playing us. A takeover is our only hope. Enoch, Ars, and Coys. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We do have a bit of a thing over City, so I'm confident that we could beat them. I'm still confident we could get something out of the game, even if we have these many injuries. I'm still confident. But I agree. A takeover is our only chance. Enoch have to sell. Whether they're going to, I don't see it at the moment. But the more pressure we put on them, the more they may think, actually, this isn't for us. But we will see. Rob says, at Lookman to Atletico Madrid, done deal, another miss. What are we doing? Yeah, I read that last night and I'm just like, it's just crazy. Lookman would have been absolutely perfect on the left. He can play as a forward as well. Don't know what Spurs are doing. I don't know what Spurs are doing. I really don't. Big up Eureka says Joe and Levy are gone. Kids have had 4 months, need time. Wow. Okay. Different view. Big up to Eureka. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate you. And maybe, and maybe, like I said earlier, maybe they're changing the upstairs first. And once that's sorted, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Maybe it is the summer where we act big. Who knows? All I know is that we should have had some sort of plan in place to bring in at least 2 or 3 players to strengthen this side. I would have understood it if we didn't have the injuries we have. If Madison, Kulu were fit, if the injuries we got during the season are a little bit different. If we haven't had the serious injuries we got during the season as well, and we only had 2 or 3 players out, but not 12 or 13, I'd understand maybe not signing anyone. I just think at this moment we are desperate for bodies in the door. But again, as fans, we don't want crap bodies, do we? We want good players, not rubbish ones that just make up numbers. So it's a balancing act, but it is what it is. Kate says, Rob, I'd have taken Lookman. Our scouting team is absolute shite. They are. They are. Can't disagree. Destiny 5 says, come on, you Spurs. Big up, Destiny. Hope you're well. And Ghost is saying, big up to Destiny. Just going through the chat. Barbaric said, Nige pulled his hamstring, rushing to the stream. Smash the likes and sub to help his recovery. Absolutely, mate. I got up late, had to have a quick shower. And literally the kettle was boiling and it was like 8:28. And I'm like, I've got 2 minutes. I got a bollocking last night off of Barbaric for starting a 2 mark stream late. I have to be on time. I have to be on time. It is what it is. George says, hit that like button for Nice, please. Absolutely. Thank you, George. Hit that like button. And if you haven't subbed, sub to the channel. A couple more subs in the last 10 minutes. So thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Destiny 5 said, big up to Ghosted. And Ghosted said, we're in big trouble with these injuries. We are. I've never known a season like it for injuries. We have players out all over the place. It's a real pain. But Let's just got a text in a sec. Let's have a look at that. Ricky is saying we'll get a loan deal in for an average squad player, and Enoch will be patting themselves on the back as a balance sheet will be outstanding this January. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, yes, Rain. Of course you can, buddy. Of course you can. Say whatever you need to say, and I will read it out, my friend. Absolutely. Um, George says, I've lost any hope of any signings. I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful, mate. While there's 35 hours, I'm still hopeful. Once it gets to 1 hour, it's always the same, isn't it? You sat watching the transfer window that last hour, and you're like, "Oh, okay, it's not happening. We ain't signing anyone." And that's when I give up hope. That last hour of the transfer window when you're watching Sky Sports News. Dave says Sterling is a no-brainer. Oh, mate, I don't see it. I don't see that. For me, he would be the worst signing in history. He's not even fit, right? He's not played any football that I can remember for this season. He's not played any football, has he? You know, he's not even fit. It will probably take him 6 months to get fit, and by then the season's over. I think for me, we shouldn't touch him, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I get it. Some people want Sterling or think he'd be a good, short term option. For me, nah, nah, not for me. Destiny saying we win 2-1. Come on, you Spurs. I take that, mate. That would be a result, wouldn't it? And Tyrell Gunner TV, big up to you, mate. Says big up, nice, big up, Tyrell. Hope you're well, guys. If you haven't, get over to Tyrell Gunner TV and smash a sub for his channel. Arsenal, Spurs, West Ham, it doesn't matter. We're all football fans. We all love this sport. And he's out there doing his thing. Get out there, sub to his channel. Really would appreciate it. Top man. Eureka Kaka says, I blame Lange and McKenzie. They had one job between September and January. The owners have made the money available. The foul sits with the recruitment team. 100%. I don't disagree with that. I really don't. I don't disagree with the fact that the recruitment team are terrible, but surely Enoch are responsible for the people they hire, right? So, listen, I think everyone needs to take a piece of the pie. There's a big old blame pie out there, and a lot of them need to take a slice of it. I just think Enoch need to take a slightly bigger slice than other people. But let's see. Simon says Diaz from Real Madrid is a rumor. Again, yeah, we were linked with him a couple of weeks ago, weren't we? Again, another player I think is a really talented player, but one that maybe will take a little bit of a while to settle. And this is the problem. We need players that are ready-made, going to come in, hit that ground running, and get us out of danger. But yeah, Destiny, I agree. I will vomit if we sign Sterling. I am 100% with you there, mate. I really am. See if Rain is commenting. As yet, I haven't seen it yet, but I will get to it. I will get to it, guys. I'm going for about another 4 or 5 minutes, and I'll hand you over to the Two Mark Show. So make sure you sub to them. Stephen said, never thought I'd be happy to see Chelsea win, but that's how desperate things are. Need to hope that the Hammers go on a long winless streak. How desperate have we become? This is it. Like I say, I kind of want West Ham to win because I want to see how we would react under a bit of pressure. But it is what it is. I think West Ham are just too far off us now. I think we will be absolutely fine. I don't think currently we're in any danger. Kate says, Nige, look at all these injuries. This is pure neglect of Lange and the board. Hardly any fit players now. No big club would have let it get to this. I agree. Players get injuries. Teams get injuries, and they deal with it, right? And we haven't. But at the same time, it's kind of at the point now where if we get an injury, which we have, and we bring a player in, fans would then be like, "Oh, we've only brought a player in because we're so reactive, you know." And we are a reactive club, but we're at that point now. We just need bodies through the door as quickly as possible. Leet Whitby is in saying that once we get our players back, we're a better side. Frank's been unlucky with injuries, Polina would be our best sign. Love Polina, mate. Absolutely love Polina. Um, he's one that we should be making permanent right now, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Eureka Kaka says, to be fair, how many transfers in this window would improve our first 11 other than Semenyo, Gahey, and Bob? Bob, um, the one at our level. Well, I think an Aguiliche would improve our, well, maybe our first. I think currently would improve our first 11 with the injuries that we have. It is difficult. It is difficult, but there are players out there. I'm not going to be told by anyone that there are not players around the world and around Europe that we could get that wouldn't walk into our first team. I don't think our first team is that good. Um, so for me, there are a lot of players out there. Don't put me on the spot now because I can't think. It's Sunday morning, mate. It's Sunday morning, 9:30. It's still early, but yeah. Kate says, get the likes and subs for Nige. Yeah, keep smashing that like button if you haven't, and smash the sub button if you haven't as well. Really would appreciate it. And Danielle says, as you just said, we have Xavi and Dom that can pose a threat. Also have Gallagher, Romero from set pieces. Yep, Gallagher's back today, so it'd be nice to see him play. Great interview with him yesterday. Any of you guys seen it? He really does look like he's really happy to be at Spurs, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think he will be a great player for us going forward. Dave says, in all fairness to Frank, if we had Kudus, Madison, and Kuda available, things look different. 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Listen, I'm not Frank's biggest fan at all. I really am not. But there's no doubt if he had the players fit, we would not be in the situation we are in. And I think we'd be playing better football. Ricky says, any pressure on half of these players and they will crumble like a hobnob. Oh, I really fancy a hobnob now. I really fancy a hobnob. Guys, I'm going to work my way down the chat. So if I've missed your comments, I do appreciate it. I'm trying to get to comments from people that I haven't seen before. Big up, mate. It says Lookman to Atletico for 35 million euros. What are we doing here? Absolutely. What are we doing here? It is an absolute joke. It really is. Queen Ellie's in. And she says, just woke up and it's game day, so shower, get my hair done. Ellie, have a fantastic game. Have a fantastic day. If you have to leave 75 minutes, do it. And yeah, make the most of the day. Enjoy it. Hopefully, Spurs get a win for you, and it will be a good day. And Rain Rain is saying, Coolio, we have a long deadline day stream tomorrow. Come join us while we wait for our club to sort the problems out. Get over to Tottenham, THFC, Tottenham Till We Die. Get over to the channel, smash a sub for them if you haven't, and go over there and watch throughout the day. I will be popping in and sticking my nose in and seeing if we signed anyone. So, guys, yeah, get over to Dermatron's channel and watch the transfers going on throughout the day there. Big up to you, Rain. Have a great day today, mate. Big up, George. Says, good show, nice. Thank you very much. And the press says, smash the likes and subscribe to Nige and the 2 marks. Absolutely. Guys, I am going to leave it now. Please get over to the 2 marks show and watch them. Smash a sub, smash a like for their channel. Really would appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. Let's hope for 3 points for Spurs and let's hope for a few signings over the next 35 hours. Have a good one, guys. Much love. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay pure Coys.